Once upon a time, in the vibrant heart of Enugu State, there lived two siblings, Ikenna and Ugonna, whose bond was spoken of with awe and admiration. Their story wasn't just one of ordinary love between a brother and sister. It was legendary. A tale woven with threads of fierce loyalty, heartbreaking sacrifice, and ultimately dark deception and unspeakable treachery. In a world layered with mystery and unseen forces, their journey would shake the very foundation of everything they believed. Ikenna loved his sister deeply. After the death of their father, the love he had for his older sister only grew stronger. Though she was the elder, Ikenna became her protector. He worked tirelessly to provide for their widowed mother and sister. At a tender age, he became the man of the house, carrying a load far too heavy for his young shoulders. In doing so, Ikenna lost his childhood. But what he didn't realize was that while he fought to fill the shoes of their late father, he was losing himself. His emotions were tampered with. He lost patience. As he hurt, he lost the ability to love genuinely. Calmness slipped away. Over the years, Ikenna lost compassion. He hardened. Though he kept the home going, his own life was quietly bleeding away. He cried only when no eyes could see. Wiping his tears in silence, he would ask death questions. "Why did you abandon me, Father? I am going through a lot. I am struggling. When will I truly become a man?" He would weep sore into the night, but still vowed to protect his family. Ugonna was tender and beautiful, inside and out. She was the pride of her mother and brother. Beloved by villagers, she was respectful, industrious, resourceful. All these qualities ensured she didn't remain long in her father's house. With Ikenna now doing fairly well in his motor business, he sponsored Ugonna's education. The family rejoiced. Suitors came calling. She declined many. But then came Ugonna, a charming prince from another tribe. Ugonna fell deeply in love.
These people are different from us. We don't know his background.
But our uncle will ask.
My daughter Ugonna may look good, but they don't speak our language. They're from another state. Marriage is not just about love or location. Once you enter their household, you are spiritually joined.
Still, Ugonna insisted. The marriage was held, legally and traditionally, and life continued. Though married, Ikenna's support of Ugonna never changed. He established a business for her husband and did even more. Anything she said, he did, happily. Then he met his wife, a gentle, respectful woman who cherished his strength. They lived peacefully, praying for a child. But no child came. 1 year passed, then 2, then 4. There was no test, no hospital, no prayer house left unvisited. All results were the same. Nothing is wrong with you or your wife. Still, the couple waited, in faith and silence. But Ugonna's incessant demands never stopped. She grew authoritative, as if she owned Ikenna. Even when it drained his business, he gave. He never consulted his wife, never reasoned with her. But his wife wasn't blind.
Your sister is hurting you. She is putting you under pressure. You set up a business for her husband, yet he does nothing. You pay for their children's school fees while her husband is doing well. My husband, are you sure this is ordinary?
Years passed. Ikenna became wealthier. Ugonna's influence over him only deepened. She visited whenever she pleased, stayed as long as she liked, and dictated the affairs of his household.
Why does your sister not mind home? Why does she control what happens in my home?
Mind how you speak about my sister. She was here before you. Don't provoke me.
But I think she's influencing you negatively. Please look into it.
I'm not surprised. You women always try to divide siblings.
He was blind. What he didn't know was that Ugonna was no longer who she used to be. Unknown to him, she had placed a spell on him. From the moment she married into the Uzuka family, feared for their dark spiritual ties, she became one of them. Ugonna had become diabolic. She brought terror to every family she entered. And Ikenna, blind with loyalty, carried her burdens. His wife, Lolo, began to pray earnestly. She knew her husband was under a spell. One evening, as usual, Ugonna arrived.
I'll be staying for a week.
Lolo frowned and walked away. Meals were served. They laughed. They ate. But that night, everything changed. Ikenna rose to drink water. As he walked into the living room, he froze. Ugonna stood in the center, chanting incantations. She looked horrifying.
What sister? Who is your sister?
Ugonna, Ugo!
I am not your Ugo. I am your captor.
Ikenna staggered.
I'm sorry, Ike. The woman before you is no longer your sister. I am evil. When I entered that family, I ate it, drank it, became one with it, soul and body.
She stepped closer, eyes burning.
I have no pity. You've been under my spell. This is who I am now. I'm no longer Ugonna.
But my wife.
She was the spiritual one. She saw what you couldn't. I leave tomorrow. If you want to be free, don't follow me. I've chosen my path.
And then she smiled coldly.
While you blamed our uncle for your infertility, I sat laughing. How can you have children when you were meant to raise mine?
Jesus Christ.
His wife came running. Ugonna fled. She packed her belongings and vanished into the night. Life is a mystery. Be discerning. In all you do, test every spirit. Even love can come with chains. Even family can carry darkness. And sometimes, the battle you think is yours to fight was never yours at all. Stay tuned for more captivating life coaching stories that inspire, awaken, and reveal the deep lessons life often hides. Let these stories speak to your soul. Drop a comment. Someone might need it today.